Welcome back to the STC podcast.
Hello.
We're your
What up?
mom. Yeah, we got the boys.
Yes.
And
Took us a
Yeah,
minute
well-
to get here, but that
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
matter.
It
That doesn't
did.
particularly matter.
Yes, it does.
there was a
No, it
specific
doesn't.
party. We said this in the last podcast too. We
Yeah.
literally
Being held against my will here.
yeah.
Yeah.
No comment.
We pretty much forced this man to get on here and speak for an hour.
Kind of. But
Yeah.
it's necessary.
It is necessary
Well,
for your guys'
capitalism.
entertainment.
Exactly. Yeah. So how's your guys' week going so far? I know it's like very early in the week, but how's it
Oh
going?
yeah. It's going pretty bad. My mom tested positive for COVID. So I'm in the quarantine right
Ooh.
now, and I'm showing some pretty nice COVID symptoms. So I'm probably gonna get a test tomorrow, and then yeah, that's that.
We love COVID.
Sounds nice.
We love to miss school. Period.
Yes.
You made me present alone today, dude. I cannot believe that.
Yeah, 100 is 100 is 100 though. So, all
I'll
right.
be getting no credit.
I hope
I hope
you get no
join
credit.
FFA as a bilingual immigrant. What?
Excuse me?
Okay. What are our topics today, boys? What do we got?
All
What do we
right,
got?
so first up, let me go to our little notes here. Okay, so first up, we got the dumbest New Year's resolution. So I'll let
Ooh.
Layton start off with that.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, here we go.
You know, I only have one particular New Year's resolution, and that's just to survive the year without dying.
That is a good
very
one.
dumb.
It's pretty reasonable.
Am I the only one that thinks that's
We're just
interesting?
all like madly disagreeing with each other. So here's my thoughts on that. I think that's a pretty reasonable one, I will say. I'm gonna go ahead and throw what I think is the most basic, like, I mean, don't come at me for saying this, but like
World peace.
white mom, like they start up New Year. I'm gonna drink more water this year. Like, come on, America,
Just like
we are better than that.
Yeah.
Drink your water.
Me.
Yeah,
I mean, the basic stuff is kind of just like, yeah, that's. I feel like any like I said, basic New Year's resolution that's like a white mom is kind of out
What
there.
did the white moms ever do?
I don't know. They were white and got pregnant.
Whoa.
What?
I'm sorry, I missed
What?
a couple pages.
How far are we into this? Can I say
We
that?
missed a chapter.
Oh,
All right, and then
I just realized okay.
so then I'm thinking the next dumbest one is definitely the gonna lose weight. Like, okay, no shame, I know people actually
Yeah.
do it, but when you walk into like Planet Fitness on January 1st and get yourself a black card membership, and then you're just seeing like 10 minutes later and the tanning bed, I mean, that's just not a good look for you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey,
The
I love tanning bed
bed.
as much as you do, but
That could be a whole topic on itself.
Well, okay, I
What?
feel like the ones that are always like, I'm gonna better myself. Like, keep that to yourself. Like, if you're gonna, okay, I don't know. Just, I feel like sharing I almost said New York, but New Year's resolutions, like ever, is kind of like.
You guys
Kinda-
think that they have New Year's resolutions in prison?
I'm gonna make 1 cent this year. Like,
I want to hear some of those.
oh, I do not want to hear that because they probably involve children.
Whoa.
You've heard the old "don't drop the soap" tale.
Dude.
I'm getting some soap grippers for Christmas.
Okay.
STC After Dark.
Oh.
Why we don't do this on the weekdays? Should have believed me, guys.
All right. I don't know why I ever said that, but like, some of those prisoners walking out, I'm not gonna commit assault and battery this year.
I wasn't even paying attention. I'm playing League, so it was just like, what?
Bro, that was the loudest silence.
Dude,
Oh no.
oh my gosh.
Okay,
Well, at least
so
we're not talking about the thing we talked about last time.
we're not gonna say that.
Oh,
We're not
no.
gonna say it. We're not gonna
Anyways.
say it. We're not gonna say it.
We're only like, what is it, like 10 minutes?
Not even.
Not even,
5.
bro.
Nice.
I don't even think
Yeah.
Hayden. We're like not even talking about New Year's resolutions anymore.
Yeah.
All right, Hayden.
Anyways.
Pick it up, bro.
Okay. So, I'll pick up the shattered pieces of this podcast.
Yeah, and your soap.
So, my soap grippers. All right.
Oh,
So,
no.
I feel like we're talking about worst ones, right?
Yeah,
We're like
yes, the
4
worst
minutes
New-
into this.
Yeah, not yours. The worst ones.
Right. So, I don't know. Just like I said, the ones that are kind of just like, I'm gonna do so much better, and I'm gonna think about me. Like, dude, I don't like.
See, I would have respect for that if it wasn't so generic.
Yeah, everybody says that.
Yeah, that is something right there. So, all right, you guys ready to move on to the next one, or just?
Yeah, that was
this is
Got a little
this is a
hard.
mess.
that was
all right.
trash.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
I came up
unzipping
with that
my
one.
pants. Anyways, you were saying?
Yeah, that one escalated very quickly.
Yeah.
Do not watch if under the ages of 10.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a little
Oh,
young
wow.
too.
10?
Okay. Next one.
Oh.
Let's go into the biggest pet peeves. Okay,
Oh, no.
Can I
All
go
right.
first for this one?
you go
I got
first,
a
buddy.
list.
I believe
Okay.
in you.
All right. Being late to everything consistently. No, I'm just kidding. My worst
All
pet
right,
peeve
guys.
is
I gotta
actually
go. No, I'm kidding.
no. It's the
Procrastination.
That's not
Layton.
awful. Because
Shut
I
up.
tend to do that too. But my problem is like, just like when people have no consideration for like other people, which also kind of goes with the weird saying, but like,
Oh, I'm busy, man.
I-
All right, just
just
stop.
like with anything, like when you're walking down the street and when out the corner of your eye, you just get chugged. You know, like it just doesn't.
I'm not
Having no
following.
consideration. I'm
when
sorry.
no,
but having
when
no
you're in
cons-
Walmart and Big Mama Joe just bumps into your coat and doesn't
Oh,
say anything.
who's Joe? Oh no. I want. Oh, okay. Anyways, but
Dude.
no, like honestly, just people who like, actually no. I'm changing my answer. Bad drivers, bro.
Oh.
Bad drivers, especially in the Midwest, they're really bad. But they tick me off in a good way.
I like how you say, especially in the Midwest, guys. Where I
Well,
used to live, it was just
Well,
so much
dude,
worse.
It was so much worse. It was like people down here, they'll pull out in front of you, but then they'll like flash their lights to make sure that you don't like kill them. But up in Illinois, it's like, I'm gonna shoot you. Like, bro, what?
Okay.
Get a little specific.
Yeah.
Last week it happened.
Bros in
Like-
Chicago. Anyways, Chirac.
What?
Oh no.
Okay.
But so let me talk about mine for
yeah,
for
go
a second.
ahead.
So, number one, I have people that chew with their mouth wide open, and that's just illegal. I mean,
It's illegal. It's
that is not okay to do.
You know, I'm gonna add to that. Just any sort of human noise that comes out of someone's body when they're eating just makes me
Dude.
want to go insane.
Just poops pants. Like,
See,
Nick
if it's someone that like
Avocado.
does it on accident that you don't know very well, then it's cool. But it's like if it's someone doing it on purpose just to annoy you,
If it's Layton
like-
sitting across from you, like,
dude,
just
it
want to
is
pound that man. What you're saying? Swiftly moving along
yeah, guys. Anyways, though, so
with your fist, obviously. Oh, that's probably worse. Anyways,
Oh,
go.
dude, no.
dude, guys, this episode is not working.
It's trash, and we're not even 10 minutes in.
We're gonna be like attracting like 35-year-old male.
What?
Okay,
What?
that didn't mean it.
With like a carpet on their chest.
All right, guys. Pet peeves. Stay with the pet peeves.
I've already stated my pet peeve.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
definitely it.
When people tell you to turn your music down, like when you're in the car, like because they can't hear. I had one that I forgot. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah. Like when you're texting in a group chat, like talking to like trying to talk to someone about when the next year you're gonna do your podcast, and they just like don't answer.
This is
And then
No,
later
guys.
on,
20 minutes.
this
Later
TV
on, they're
moment
just like, "Yeah,
going
guys,
on right here.
I fell
It's
asleep."
just I feel like it's racially motivated. I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
I
you
don't
are the
think
only
so.
one like mixed person in our entire like group, so I
Bro,
mean,
we are actually getting canceled for this episode, though.
dude, that reminds me.
Oh no.
Jonas, do you remember when we were watching that thing on Discord the other day, and it was like that lady? It's like I'm no longer referred to as unvaccinated. I'm thoroughbred or whatever it was.
No, pure blood, I think is what
Pure
she
blood.
said.
You're right, dude.
Yeah, see, I'm not about to have this conversation, but when people
Yeah.
go directly out of their way, like quitting their jobs just so they don't have to get the vaccine, just because they're trying to prove a point, that really just
That
unfloats
gets
my
like
boat.
that's like I feel like that's a little
It's
too
not like I'm
much.
disagreeing with them, it's just kind of
No,
annoying. Like,
it's just like
it looks Black Lives Matter, but like conservative.
oh right, okay. So we're
All right.
STC
Subject change.
podcast episode 3. How we doing? All
You
right.
know, I'll go with my pet peeve. I'm just walking down the hallway, just minding my own business, and then someone with the specific name of Jonas Grissom just starts talking the most random things to me.
Okay.
I usually just
dropped his
walk up
full
behind
name.
Layton and just sock him right in the shoulder. I'm
Just
like, "Yo, bro, what's
assaults
up?"
me.
Hey.
Dropped your full name. Am I the only one that's like reacting negatively to that?
Oh
I
well.
literally don't care. But like what I do say is I love it. I love doing it to Layton just because it annoys him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how Layton used to be. He'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat your dog. Cause
And how Layton just doesn't show up in the group chat to talk about when we're doing the next podcast.
I'd like to specify that Jonas's username has Enzo in it.
Hey,
Enzo Ferrari.
it was a rough 8th grade. We don't need to talk about it. Okay, so let's
One
move
of
on
my
to the next.
one of my hold
Oh
on,
my
hang on.
gosh.
One of my legit pet peeves kind of goes with yours, Jonas. It's when people are chewing with their mouth closed, but like the food
What?
is like wet or soggy, and
Loud,
it's
yeah.
just making that nasty
When
like.
someone's eating
Yeah.
lettuce, bro.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's just something else.
yeah, and honestly, just like eating with people is just not my favorite thing to do.
And
I was
breathing.
gonna say
Oh,
something really
this is
Excessive
the
breathing when they're just minding their business and breathing super loud and heavy.
it's always out of their nose. Like you have a deviated septum, bro. Like no one's gonna know what that is, but like, bro, it is so annoying.
Hey guys.
Bro. Okay, next topic. So,
For context, viewers, I just put a picture of 4 chicken hanging from chicken. Wait, 4
What the
chickens
heck, bro? That's not
in a poultry like shop.
okay.
So,
So let's move on to the next topic, which would be
yeah.
embarrassing moments in your life. So
Oh
I'm gonna
no.
let Layton start out with this because we all know
You
Layton's
know,
gonna have the most.
Ooh.
all right, to start off, it was fifth grade.
Oh
Fifth
jeez.
grade
Oh
homeroom. I don't
jeez.
remember exactly what we were doing. I think I tried to make a joke that nobody got, and it was just silence the whole time. It was quite embarrassing.
All right,
Yeah.
let me go. Following
Yeah.
that,
You know, like I don't have many embarrassing moments that I remember.
I have a pretty bad one.
I have
I
a
might
really
let
bad
you
one
some.
from the 5th grade, and Layton already knows where I'm
Oh,
going.
I love this one.
So I have 2 actually from the same class. So I was in 5th grade, okay, and I'm chilling in a certain class, and I won't call anyone out, but um, yeah, I was in this class, and I don't remember what I said. I think I said a joke, and this teacher literally blew up at me. I am not even lying to you. She was
Oh.
like in this exact tone. She's like, "You think you're entertaining, but you're not," and I'm not even lying to you when I tell you. I said thank you.
What was that? Yeah,
Layton, dude,
being
what?
a being just a person in that class when it happened, just the silence was too quiet to be
Oh,
quiet.
I didn't know what to say, and I thought I was gonna cry. I'm not even like. So let me just say another one
Just the
from that
secondhand
same class.
embarrassment.
Okay, so if you guys didn't know, back in the 5th grade, Hayden probably wouldn't know this, but we have like a dare box for the police officer that was assisting us in not doing drugs, and
So it's like a mental rehab.
Yeah, assisting in not doing drugs.
well, you know, we all had pretty bad addictions back then anyway. So
Whoa!
and
Whoa!
this this teacher has this really nice dare box, okay? It's wooden, it's like got like letters drilled into it.
Dazzled. It's bedazzled.
It
Nice
wasn't
and
even
painted.
bedazzled. It was just nice. Anyways, so I'm getting a book, right? And this is partially this teacher's fault because the dare box was up against the books. All right.
Empty too.
And I don't know exactly what happened, but I went to go put a book back and the dare box fell off and it shattered. It shattered like everywhere.
Pieces, like
Yeah.
poorly constructed.
Yeah, it was some shoddy
Oh.
craftsmanship, let me just say right now. But yeah, it was not a fun time. So then last year, so that was in 5th grade. Last year, were you with us, Hayden?
I was with you. Yeah.
We go back to this
Oh.
teacher's room
She
and
glued it back together and stuff.
literally just us being, I'm not even lying to you right now, just us being there, we were talking about this exact incident, and I'm not even lying to you. In this exact moment, this said airbox falls off the shelf again. I don't think it broke this time, but that's just the irony, bruh.
Oh.
It's just something in you, Jonas. It's just bad luck.
There is something in you every Friday
Yeah.
night.
Oh, dude,
So
no. Like, Steve.
yeah, sorry about that one.
Bro, okay, next, go. Hayden, embarrassing moments.
Probably.
Mm,
Yeah.
it's pretty embarrassing.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Anyways, yeah. Let me go ahead and go in here and just talk to y'all. So okay. Most embarrassing moment. Sorry, I was very sidetracked. Most embarrassing moment. Oh man, this is like. See, I've got a lot, but not like crazy, like where I like crap myself on live television. Like it's not like crazy stuff, but it was like anytime I'll like pull out in front of someone, like in my car or something, I'll just feel like, oh, that's embarrassing. Like everybody saw that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Just brought up another thing to say.
Uh-oh.
I got rear-ended now, but I've like
Totaled my mom's car. No.
I've obviously like one time in like probably like kindergarten. I don't know why I can remember this, but my teacher. Okay, so we had a bathroom built into our elementary school like
Oh
rooms.
no, I already know where
Oh.
this is going.
Dude, and this kid, this like literal
Oh no.
hamburger of a human was inside of it. So they were like releasing every gut in their body. So I had to wait and I had to pee really bad, but I was just a little nerd. So I didn't like ask her anything. So I just let it go, bro. Like it was literally
Oh,
Niagara
what?
Falls in my corduroys. And
It just went like right there.
yeah. So but I didn't exactly mean to, because then I stopped myself. I do remember that. And then it was like I got a dirty look from my teacher, and she was like, "Absolutely not." Like what? Like 5. You know, I'm gonna beat you up.
The next year, it was homeschooled.
Okay, I said kindergarten, not 4th grade. You little
I
nerd.
say 4th grade. Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
No, that would probably be, someone should probably talk to me about that. But yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. Obviously, being a guitarist, there's a lot of like
Potential.
things. Like yeah, because like I was one time we were playing a gig at my church, and I tripped over my cord because I was just, you don't move much unless you're freaking Eddie Van Halen, but there was this huge cord leading to our bass guitarist guitar that was like behind my foot, and I tried to step forward like more into the stage part, and bro, I almost fell flat on my face onto the pianist. Like it was so close. And I was holding my SG too, so it was like, I was
Bro.
just like, everybody saw that, and it's like a small room. It just was not.
Dude, I have to say, like, on a daily, one of my worst fears is like dropping my tray at lunch.
Then you
Oh,
got bend
no.
over,
Dude,
like
it actually
Especially with
terrifies
a
me.
lunch monitor.
Bro, I am not even worried about that. But like, dude, it's just a sheer embarrassment of just like, yeah. Especially if they're like plastic, because then it just makes a huge noise.
Oh, it's like.
But currently at our school, we're eating off
Like
literal
I ran.
paper plates.
Yeah.
Dude, that's just.
It's kind of cursed.
There's a lot of fights at my school. Anyways, go ahead, Layton.
Yeah, I'll say 2 things. This one's
Yeah.
probably typical, but just like dropping anything in the hallway or tripping and falling is one of my biggest fears in high school.
Dropping my soap in prison is one of my
Oh,
biggest fears.
see,
Period.
you don't need to say that.
But that's why you get the STC licensed. Did you hear that lag in my voice? The STC licensed soap gripper 2000.
Yes,
Oh, dude, we're gonna get sued.
helping men
By an
since
STC.
2022.
Product is faulty.
Yeah.
uh,
FBI just raids my house because I said I've got a soap gripper, so you don't get like assaulted in
Okay,
prison.
okay,
so
bro,
one of my
I'm actually.
other, one of my other,
We
alright,
need to stop.
one of my other embarrassing moments. I think it was I was actually driving my truck. We came to pick my sister up from some field trip she went to some museum, and it's one of the first times I was backing into a parking spot. And I was in the school parking lot where all the other parents were who could just whip into a parking lot like nothing. I kid you not, it took me 15 tries to get in. And I
Oh,
was just blocking everyone's way.
yeah.
And then the pressure's on to
Yeah,
like
then you're like
hurry up.
freaking out and you're like running in, like you're just
They're all
like,
just looking at me like, this dang kid.
yeah, people are like staring you down, so you're just like, I don't know.
Bro,
It's
like
just like falling off of your seat and stuff. You're just like, bro.
nothing is worse than like your parents like yelling at you to stop when you're driving, bro. That
I'm
is the
so
worst
fortunate
feeling.
because the only person that does that is my mom, and she's not even that extreme with it. So she'll just be like, okay, you might want to slow down now. It's like,
See, here's the thing: is that one time I was
Collide with the
pulling,
train.
bro.
what?
I was,
All right, go ahead, Phil.
bro. I was pulling onto my road, right? And you guys know, like, there's kind
Which
of a
road?
curve with like
Yep.
trees.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I was almost out in the road, and there was a car coming, and my dad was like, "Stop, bro!" If you ever need to be humbled, bro, that is just the way to do it, right
That's
there.
when you slam your foot through the like floor, and then you're just suddenly like on the road in front of your car. Like that. That's like how
In
that.
front of your car.
Yeah, because you flew out the windshield from how
Oh,
fast.
I see what you're saying now.
Like,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Huh.
that did not land well. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, so that was a pretty good one. I like that one.
All right.
I don't know what the topic was. We kind of strayed off from it.
So, what are we thinking for like your scariest moments of your life?
Scariest I was thinking about this one.
I got a couple of those.
I mean, okay. I Why don't you go first? I gotta think on this one. I gotta think. This one's pretty scary.
I'd say I talked about it in the last episode. Probably that incident I had,
The
you know,
policeman.
with the popo.
That was pretty bad, bro.
That was like, yeah, that was pretty scary. Like, but I'll think of something that happened more recent. But go ahead, Layton.
Alright, give me a minute. Alright, so I'll just do one of them right now. So I was actually we weren't at his house, but we were at Hayden's house for, I think, the night, and there was a couple other people with us. And there's this road we like to walk down a lot
Oh.
to just like, I don't know, it's just kind of cool to walk down. And there's like, towards not the end of the road, but like kind of far from it, there's this like bridge that goes under these train tracks. And I don't know, it was like pitch black out. You could hardly
Wait, you
see
mean the train
anything in
tracks
front
go
of
under
you.
the bridge? Hold on.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
I
Not
didn't
really,
know
but
actually. Gotta
okay.
specify.
So there's a bridge, and then underneath the bridge is the train tracks, and it's really awkward to get down there. And it was pitch black out, so you couldn't hardly see anything, and there was just a house right next to us. So me and one of our other friends are down on the tracks, and we look up to the bridge to try to see some of our other friends up there. I thought I saw one of them walk past, but they were all in one corner. It was the scariest moment ever because
Wait,
looked like there was
so
something else up there.
you thought you saw someone that wasn't there?
I thought I saw one of them,
And I
but
was up top with Brady. It was just me and Brady. And yeah.
I just saw a dark shadow with like what looked like a head, like kind of peek its head over the bridge and kind of like walk across it almost. And I thought it was one of them, but when I realized they were all over on the side, I don't know.
And you and one of our old friends, they were both down in the railroad tracks, and Layton goes, "You!" And they will sprint up the part like.
Dude, it was so
Oh,
scary because I was just trapped under this bridge with like no escape.
right. I
And there
mean,
was just a
yeah,
fish up there.
a fish.
A fish?
I
Bro,
don't know.
like I gotta say, like I haven't like experienced a lot of like what I would consider scary stuff, other than like 2012 like graphics on Xbox 360 games at like 11 p.m. at night, and like you're just like looking into one of the characters' eyes, and you're like, "What the actual frick?" And then you just turn off your Xbox 360 and sprint up the stairs.
Dude.
That is more terrifying than anything that could ever happen to anyone, and I put my heart on that. It is horrifying.
Yeah.
Because like their face is all like distorted, and it's supposed to be like a normal character. Honestly, the scarier characters are like easier to look at in those games, to be honest.
Yeah. Um. So yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I've kind of figured out mine. So, the Sun and Moon mission in FNAF Security Breach. What?
Oh no.
So, anyways, Jonas does not get that.
You're right.
So, I have a few, but it's just kind of like I want to pick one that's pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, pretty decent. Um, obviously, there's stuff like when I went to this one cave. Me and my dad stood on the edge of this huge like cliff that was like 100 feet down, which was, oh yeah, scary. But I think the time that I was like, sincerely, it was like a terrifying moment was it was actually on the same exact road Layton was talking about, and it was probably around 11 at that time, so it's pitch black.
Before you continue,
Yeah,
now I kind of realized why you never wanted to go on a walk in the middle of the night.
yeah.
Like, now that I think
That's why I
about
It's
it,
was
what was I
scarred.
like,
thinking?
nah.
Just like,
Like,
yeah, let's just go on a walk in the middle of the night on a road that hardly anyone travels on.
yeah, well, and that's I was always kind of the one that was just like, yeah, nah. And then Brady kind of started to come over to that side. He was like, yeah, nah.
It's like,
Cause
come on, guys.
and it was because of this too. It was just stuff like this because I knew stuff like this might happen. But yeah, so the
My
story.
bad.
No, you're
Yeah,
good.
my bad.
You're good, bro. So we started getting closer to the bridge. We were just walking back to the bridge, and it was really cold. And actually on this exact road further down, I think probably about three-quarters of a mile to maybe even a mile down the road, there was a church that burnt down. So we wanted to go see like the wreckage and stuff. And we thought it'd be kind of cool to go, and see it. And but okay, so we start getting up towards, I think we were around halfway there, and this blacked out Humvee drives by. And this thing, like it was, it was just a normal black Hummer with blacked out windows. Drives by us
It's the
and
normal, the
keeps
run of
going.
the mill kidnapper
Well,
vehicle. Oh
I'm
yeah.
just saying, like, there was a kid at our school that drove a black Hummer, and we just
That is
assumed it
true.
was him.
I'd say I think one of the
So
coaches drove it too.
yeah. So it's just like, we assume nothing of it. It's a small town, whatever. So we keep walking, and in front of us, this Hummer puts on its brakes, like the brake lights go crazy, and then it turns onto this side road. It takes a right and just stops there. And like I think they honked a couple times. And so we were just kind of like, we stood there and we were like, oh nah. So we called my dad and just had him pick us up and go see the church, just because I didn't feel like getting touched by a 45-year-old man named Greg.
Whoa,
But I'm just
dude.
saying,
Not
I'm
assumed
just
here.
saying. Yeah, true. He's probably
Someone is
46.
watching this podcast right now that was
Yeah,
that Hummer,
some
and they are so
46
offended.
dude,
They were
some
just like
46-year-old
sightseeing.
man. Some 46-year-old man named Greg is just like crying because of this. But look, so we get in my van with my dad, and we get to the church, and we're just kind of looking around and stuff. It's really cold. Like, it was deathly cold. And it was still like smoking and smoldering and stuff. It was kind of sad because we had, that church has been standing there for a long time. And after we left, that exact same Hummer like past us or something. I can't remember what exactly happened because it was kind of a daze after that, but it was just weird seeing like that kind of behavior at such a late
Well,
time.
wasn't it like when your dad picked us up, they left?
Yeah,
Like, it
that's what
could
it
have been
was.
coincidence, but
Yeah. It was like right after we got into the van, they went the opposite way.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
Like
a little weird.
kind of scary.
super suspicious behavior, but
Definitely.
yeah. So that's probably one of my like most like just kind of a weird thing, like just kind of looking out and yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking about a topic, and I was thinking, what if we did one about either like the most pain we've ever been in, or like times we thought we might actually die of pain? Like I know that's like kind
Ooh.
of dark, but I can
Right.
start off with this.
All right.
And I'll start off with like a time where it honestly didn't hurt that bad. It just scared me.
Sure.
So over the summer, Layton, are you still here, buddy?
Oh my gosh, I think I know what you're getting ready to say.
So over the summer, this was like June. I was having some people over. It was you, Cam, and Brady. Okay, so and we were in my
Yeah.
pool. All right, and it's like midnight, but we have like a light out there, right? So I mean, it's pretty bright out there with the light, and we were playing Marco Polo, which is honestly pretty fun, especially like in the darker like weather. So
Oh boy, I remember that.
and I go to and keep in mind, like I always sound so nerdy. Like it's weird admitting that you even wear these in the pool, but I was wearing goggles, right? Like the kind that like individually go around each eye.
Yeah, the small ones that
Yeah, yeah,
like
like
divers
the
use.
Michael Phelps, like yeah.
Yeah,
I had a
where you look
swim
like
cap
an
on too.
alien.
No, I'm just kidding. But,
I'm a muscular 6'4" dude. That yeah, no, but go ahead.
absolutely not. But um, so I go to move places because I think I don't remember who was it, but they were coming towards me, and I go and I push off the pool wall, and I don't remember what eye it was at this point, but
It was
Brady's
left.
knee
I don't even know.
impacted my eye so hard. Oh my gosh, I've never
Oh,
had such a hard hit in my life, bro. I got out of the pool. My goggle was pushed so far into my eye socket that I all I could see was black out of that eye. I
oh,
pulled that thing off of my face. I was like, all right, I'm fine. I'm kind of lightheaded. And then I just smell blood coming from my eye. Okay. So, dude, I threw my goggles down. I went up to the house. I walked inside. I was still pretty chill at this point. I didn't know how bad it was. I knew I was cut and I knew it hurt like a son of a gun, some would say. Anyways, though. So I get in the house. Literally, my exact words were, guys, I need medical attention. And I go to my bathroom, right? And I'm sitting there. And then all of a sudden, like, because my dad's like looking at my eye, and he was like, and like looking at it, and all of a sudden, like yellow waves start to like go over his face, and then like this black like circle starts enclosing in like on my vision, bro. Scariest moment of my life,
oh.
dude. It
Dude,
was
I remember when that happened. I didn't even get to see your eye when it happened. I just remember you coming out of the water and start like saying like, guys, you guys are gonna have to go home. I gotta go to the emergency room.
I don't think I said that. I think I
That
was like,
you
that's
you
gonna leave a
definitely
black
said
eye,
something like that. You definitely said
bro.
we would probably
It
have to go home.
hurts. Oh my gosh, it hurt so bad. But yeah. So it honestly like well, it hurt, but it more scared me. And after that, I really didn't experience more pain. Like from there on it was fine. And I didn't have to get stitches. But it was like where my eyelid ends and like that skin starts. Like under where you're like your eyebrow. Like in
Yeah,
your eye
yeah,
socket though. Oh
yep.
my gosh, bro. It healed in like 3 days though. So yeah.
That's crazy. I remember
You're
seeing
up.
that on your story, so that's why I was like, oh, I remember this, because obviously I was like
Dude,
6 times
he hit
off
me
taking.
hard.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I have a pretty good one. It's not really um like life threatening actually, but it did leave a lasting effect that I dealt with up until beginning of last year. Um, so obviously we were mentioning earlier about how 5th grade I was not really involved with much school stuff because I was testing out homeschool, which is very controversial for some people, and I'm not personally a fan. I would much prefer traditional school. And so, okay, they had a 5th grade dance at our local school, and I was able to go to that. I was able to go to these events and stuff, so I would go to these things because it was
Dude, I
fun.
remember this now that you're saying
I
it.
Yeah,
remember it too.
and
Oh,
I was
dude.
just talking with friends. I was talking with one of our friends who we were really close at the time, and basically we were just sitting there with our I think we had like Sprite or something, and his mom was chaperoning at this thing. Um, and dude, okay. So it's pitch black in here, right? Because there's like this DJ stand at the front of the gym, where they had a stage for like drama. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
set the
Mm.
scene for everybody else.
The padded
Um,
stage.
yes, stage, that is so bad. But so yeah, so they
Gosh.
had this like DJ booth set up with a kind of a makeshift desk, and but they would, I don't know why that's important, but like they had LED lights basically shining out, kind of like a rave, and people dancing all throughout the whole gym, and they had the lights off too. The only light coming into the room, other than the LEDs, was from the entrance,
Right.
and I was kind of sitting over near that. I think it was like because the bleachers were to the right of that door,
Right.
when you walk in, and I
So
was
like
just sitting like probably 20 feet away from that door, so it was light enough where I could see. And my friend got done with his drink, and I was about to finish up on mine, so we were gonna go get refills.
you sound
I
like you're like drinking
stand
like alcohol.
Yeah, I finished my old fashioned. No, I stood
Illegal.
up, especially in 5th grade. I stood up and started to walk forward, and I just like instantly, I'm like on my side, and there's like bells ringing. I heard 2 like rings of a bell. It was like dong dong. Like it sounds dumb, but like it
Dude,
actually happened.
bro, when Brady hit
And
me in my pool, when I got out, it was ringing, but then after
yeah,
that, it was like a waterfall in my head was
that's
happening, bro.
yeah. It's so weird. Like, okay, so basically what happened was this one kid who was a very fast runner. He was really good at track. He was running around the gym. And he was wearing very dark clothing. And that didn't help with the lights and stuff. So he ran straight into my left temple, which knocked me out.
Hayden got hit sticked IRL.
Yeah, but instantly like knocked me out, and then I hit the bleacher corner with the back right of my head. So both sides of my head were hit by this thing. And immediately, I don't remember this, but I got picked up and dragged to the teacher's lounge by like 3 kids and a teacher. Um, and then I was sitting there with my friend's mom holding like 2 ice packs on my face. And then my friend was in there too, the same friend. And bro, what sucks even more than that. Okay, so basically what happened was I got a concussion. Um from a dance. Every time like I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've had a concussion," cuz I played football and stuff. People are like, "Oh yeah, from playing football?" No, is that a dance in 5th grade? But like
Shattered
actually,
your ribs on football.
that is true. That was not fun. That's another story for another time though. But
Hit sticked again.
yeah. But dude, it's just like it was not even the concussion because it just felt like a really really bad migraine, and I'll get to that in a minute. Um, but my friend's mom, being a chaperone, my friend's sister, and my friend's mom all had to, and me because they were taking me home, had to stay the entire time after the party to clean up. So I'm
Oh,
just sitting there on the bleachers, like about to pass out. I get home and I can't lay down because if I lay on my left, I'm hurting my eye. If I lay on my right, I'm hurting the back of my head. And I went to the hospital, and sure enough, I had 2 abrasions on the on each side of my head, and it was just like, yeah. So that was bad enough. Now here comes the part where I was saying that was again 5th grade, so I was probably 11, 12, and so this has been years since this happened. And just up until last year, I haven't had one since then, but I got chronic migraines from that thing. Like every other week, I was like crippled. And when I even like if I were to get one right now, it'd still be the same effect. It affects my vision. Like it hurts in the
Right.
same spots I got hit in. I've had doctors consultations and stuff, and they
Right.
say it's fine. It's just a thing that happens. Um, but I feel like I mean I changed my diet and stuff just recently, so that might have helped get rid of
Yeah.
them. But it was so bad, bro. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but I'd go for like an entire day without texting anybody because I just couldn't look at my phone. It was
Dude,
so bad.
I have something similar. You know how you were saying like, well, how'd you get a concussion? Like, oh, at a dance.
Sure.
So I broke every single bone in my right ankle playing hide and go seek in third grade. And that was something.
Ugh.
So I was out playing hide and go seek, and I rolled my ankle, and I just heard every single thing crack. Bro, I was inside. My ankle was the size of a softball, bro. I'm not
Dude,
lying. And then funny story with that.
funny story.
uh Later that year in school, I was still in a boot in my right ankle, and I ended up like slipping, and I broke my left ankle.
Dude, that's so
And
bad.
then
Like,
I was in bilateral casts. And I'm not even lying to you. I fell again when I was in bilateral boots and broke my left knee.
so bad. I remember seeing the aftermath of your first ankle break.
Bro, it was
That's
not good.
nasty. Like
Just
every
makes me
bone,
cringe at the thought.
dude. I've
It
broken one
hurts
bone in
so
my
bad.
entire life, or actually two, I guess. Now that I keep forgetting I broke my ribs, but my finger. Did I tell you guys about what happened
Oh
there?
yeah, I
I
remember when you
kicked it.
broke your finger.
I literally kicked my own finger. Well,
Dude,
how
you
do you
were in a
do that?
lot of pain from that. I remember that.
Yes, dude. It was
Weren't
so
you like reaching down
uncomfortable.
and grabbing something?
Okay, I was playing catch with my mom with this little
Oh
like fuzzy
yeah.
basketball in my room, and I tried to do like a trick where I'd catch it between my leg and
Uh,
my hand, and I missed the ball and just my like basically imagine jamming your finger with a basketball, but like your fingers backwards, like
Ugh.
yeah. So it turned purple like right after that. But yeah, Layton, do you have
bro.
anything like that or?
I've never been through a lot of pain just because, I mean, I don't ever do, like, the only sport I've ever really done is baseball and track.
You play
Doing,
basketball?
like, doesn't count. I wasn't good at it.
Neither
um,
was I.
but, like, yeah, I didn't get hurt, though. During seventh grade track, um, literally anytime I'd finish running, my legs would just go into, like, rest mode or something. They'd hurt so bad to where I could barely hold
Dude,
myself up.
I
I don't
remember
know
you had to like
what happened,
sit
but
out
like,
at track.
dude,
That's
it hurt so
I
bad. Like,
know,
and it wasn't just like my calves or anything. It was my entire leg.
dude. That is I can't
And
imagine.
like when I'd start running, it'd go away. But the second I stopped running, I just collapse.
And you sit down to take a crap on the toilet, and it takes so much courage
And
just to bring yourself to sit down, bro. Oh my gosh.
And
Dude,
then like I'd feel so stupid sitting down after we'd run like a 100, but like I couldn't do it.
yeah, I mean, I could tell just by your like facial expressions. Like, ugh, it was bad, bro.
Oh, it's probably like growing pains. That's what someone makes fun of me for all the time. If they're listening right now, they know who they
bro,
are.
growing pains are no joke. When I was younger and I'd wake up in the middle of the night with growing pains, like Tylenol was like cocaine back then. Like that's probably not an okay analogy to
What?
make,
Uh,
but like it was like it was like an every night thing, bro.
oh yeah, yeah, bro. Dang, bro.
Dude, and then there's this one time that what was I doing? I was in like we for a while in our backyard, we had like a bunch of dirt piles because we were moving dirt for an addition we were putting on. And I was like digging in the dirt pile and I had my pocket knife and I cut my thumb and I didn't cut it that bad, but it was just like the way it was bleeding, like it just wouldn't stop. And I almost threw up, bro. It was bad. It was bad.
Dude, that's so bad. Oh,
Yeah.
I remember
So
there was this really like I don't know. There's just like there was this kid who ran track really really well, and I was running behind him one time, and his foot came up and he spiked me in the knee,
Oh.
and it just started like pouring out blood, bro. Like immediately. It's almost like what happened where I like kicked you.
Yeah, you tripped me really bad. That
Ah,
actually messed me up so bad.
dude. Oh,
Dude, I tripped on this, man. I know I talked about this in the first episode.
right.
Jeez, in the first episode. But, dude, I was actually bleeding so bad from that. And that was not even the worst part. The abrasion I had was right on the center of my knee. So anytime I'd go to move my knee, it would hurt, dude. Oh my gosh. Because the abrasion would like set and dry out. Dude, it hurt so bad.
Dude, that's so bad. I hate when cuts would do that. Like if you got cut in the summer, like
Yeah, right.
if you got
Scraped
like
up your knee or your
yeah,
elbow.
then it just like dries and it feels like
Ugh.
somebody put bacon on you and glued it on. I don't know what that means, but
Yummy, yummy.
yeah.
One particular memory I have from 5th grade track, I'm not gonna say his name, but this guy is just jacked out of his mind. I think he's either a senior now or he's long gone. But he was like, I bet I could pick you up and just toss you. And me being myself, I'm not that big of a person. And 5th grade me was like 20 pounds. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead and do it. This man picks me up and launches me across the entire crow's nest. It was a quite painful landing.
Dude.
Bro, why would you ever like challenge that?
Yeah, just
If
dude,
this man's
you
like
won't.
literally shredded,
Like,
why are you like, oh, you do
Fine.
do it, you won't? Like, bro, what?
5th grade me, man. You got to think about it.
Yeah, 5th grade me and Layton was a time.
We had our moments.
That's another episode right there.
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
boy.
we
Tune in
can
on the
bring
next
that up in
episode
another
for
time.
uh the discussion of the times that we each other almost ruined our own friendships with each other.
Oh,
that
it's
could be
happened
it.
a couple times.
We could talk about that for years.
Oh, dude.
All the stupid crap we've argued over. Dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Chicken wang, like chicken wang,
Yeah. What do you guys have planned for the week?
Honestly, dude, I don't even know. This week just seems like it's gonna be a boring one. It just doesn't like. Usually I'll have like something going on, but honestly, I'll probably just finish off the week, maybe hang out with girlfriend. I don't know, man. How about you?
Nothing too
Okay.
serious going on. Obviously, we're in the old quarantine, and I'm sure I'll test positive, so looking forward to that.
Yep.
I'm going to get tested tomorrow. If I don't test positive, though, I do get to return to school, which I'm not exactly sure how that works, because wouldn't I just keep exposing myself?
Well, yeah. If you don't, I mean, there's that immunity, like, I don't know. So basically, from my understanding, after you get COVID, you can't get COVID again for a certain amount of time.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm saying, so the person in my house
Right.
is not going to be out of quarantine yet. And
Right.
my COVID immunity already wore off from when I had it in
Okay. You're
July.
saying
So
exposure.
even if I test negative, I'm just going to keep exposing myself,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah. I
And I'll
think.
just push it back one more day as long as I don't have symptoms.
Yeah. I thought you were
But
saying
I'm
like.
pretty sure I have it anyways because I have a little bit of a cough and a scratchy throat, and apparently that means nowadays that you can't go to school for a week. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Back then it was like, oh yeah, he's got a cold. Just.
back then it was like you'd be like throwing up and like literally dying,
And
and
then.
you'd be like, nope, nope, gotta have a fever.
Yeah. Right, dude. Oh my lord.
Dude, yeah, back then it wasn't no joke.
Can I be honest?
What's up?
I fake threw up one time at school.
I can't bring myself to do that. I've
No,
tried before.
I didn't even throw up. I literally like
Just
put
walked in the
water in my
bathroom.
mouth. No, I'm not even kidding. I put water in my mouth, spit it into the toilet, and like groaned, and then flushed it. Walked out, went to the office. I threw up. Okay, we're calling your mom. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
PlayStation for the rest of the day.
dude, the office is gonna come at you for that.
Dude, they're gonna arrest me, and it's a small town of like 5 people. Yeah.
I would never I didn't go home during the day that often because I just didn't think it was worth it
Yeah.
unless I was actually sick. But there was one time in 5th grade I hurt my back. I did go home that day. That hurt.
Well, that's like I never did either, but like legitimately, it was. This is actually tied to those migraines I was talking about. In my science class, our science teacher was also the track teacher for junior high or middle school for people who don't have junior high. Basically, like he could tell when I had one because my skin would get. I'm a pasty man, but like when I have a migraine, bro, you can tell. You can
Yeah.
tell.
Bro, one time I was at your house and you had a migraine. I remember, and you, this man goes to sleep on his air vent and sleeps
Yeah,
for 6 hours.
dude.
He woke up at like midnight.
I was so
I
confused.
was hanging out at your house for literally 6 hours while you were asleep. I think I was just watching movies with your dad or something and like just hanging out with him, bro. I was just
Dude,
chilling. I
I'm
probably played your PS or played your dad's PS4 a little. Like
dude. That's so cool, bro.
I was basically just hanging out at someone else's house. Like,
Dude. Yeah, well, I mean,
and then
like,
you woke up and I just stayed the night and chilled. So,
yep.
and I was
I
literally
was like,
dead, and you were like 100% energy.
well, that's the thing. Like, when I got those migraines, it would take a while for me to go to sleep, but then when I finally fell asleep, I would be dead. And then when I woke up, it would be like I felt like I teleported to another universe.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I'd wake up and it was like, oh, what time is it? It's like 9 the next morning. Oh no, it's like 6:30 at night. Like what?
dang, bro. Dude, I
Very
speaking of which, last night I went hunting. Speaking of which, we saw so many doves, and we probably shot 15 shots out of our shotguns, and we didn't take anything home, so that's a loss. But
Oh,
and that was the last day for dove too. But anyways, so after you're out in the cold, bro, and you get inside, oh my gosh, dude, it's like impossible to not fall asleep. Like, so yeah, I didn't go to sleep till late last night because I slept
sure.
half my night earlier in the night.
Right. All things considered, I mean, especially here in the South, it's like stuff is really, 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 really um, starting to open back up, even with the rise, which can be seen as a good thing or a bad thing. Could be both.
See, here it's like it's the same thing to be honest. Like we're still wearing masks, but they're only
Oh,
decreasing the COVID guidelines as the cases go up. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me because when no one had COVID, they were freaking out about it.
yeah, they were like shutting down, like they were boarding up windows and like,
And like some people will argue, well, they just like they want everyone to get it and then like we'll just be done. But that's like impossible because there's
yeah,
always going to be someone off the cycle.
and you
So
can get it multiple times.
people just need to
So,
learn to live with it. Like
right.
I mean, yeah, I'll figure out on Wednesday morning whether or not I've had it for the second time in the past 6 months, you know?
Well, I mean, my pretty sure like my cousin or something, he's had it like twice or three times.
Yeah. And like and this new one is literally just a cold.
Omicron, yeah, it's
Yeah.
literally so
Like
like feudal.
bad.
Well, and especially if you have the vaccine, the uh depending on how it reacts to how you react to it, it could like make it like you don't even tell you have it. Like you can't even tell.
Asymptomatic.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
then
like
which can even happen without the vaccine. It's such a confusing virus. Like
yeah.
I was asymptomatic before I went to my girlfriend's house. The second I get in the car to leave, I'm like about to pass out. Like
Yeah.
that's how that went down. And suddenly I'm just not at school for a month. But yeah. COVID, that's a good note to end on.
Yep. Thanks
Well,
for tuning in, people.
yeah, everybody, Layton did have to go ahead and dip out. I forgot to mention that. But
We know you missed them.
yeah, you definitely were like
Make sure
aching
to
for his voice to come back, but
once we drop that merch, hey, get your soap grippers, guys.
merch. Just
STC soap grippers, guys.
there you go, soap grippers.
Saving prison
Fully
inmates
licensed.
since 2022.
Oh, there you go.
Anyways, so yeah,
All right, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Put the notifications on, man, because you don't want
every
to miss.
weekend,
Because we're the
hopefully,
best
unless Layton.
podcast ever. And I forgot to mention this. We're going live on Spotify this week, so keep your eyes open for that one.
Yep.
Um,
Keep your
but
cheeks
yeah, guys,
clenched, eyes open. Let's go.
absolutely stay frosty.